Welcome to Insight, Collin. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. How's your day going?
It's good. It's
Good?
always busy, but it's always nice to be here.
Yeah, happy to be here even on a Monday.
Yeah, honestly, I think when I first started in the business, like Mondays, like stressful, you're coming in, but I like to get in early, clear out my emails. And so like Mondays for me, it's like attack the week. So I actually like them.
Yeah,
Enjoy it.
I'm glad. Well, thank you for coming back to our new set.
Yeah.
You saw us from the very beginning. You had to trust the process, and we had our interrogation style set up. What are your first thoughts being back on the set?
It's exciting. It's good to be here. I feel like what you guys put together is nice to get people on here from different departments to voice, what they do daily and what makes them successful. So hopefully others can be encouraged by it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you have a lot to celebrate.
Yeah, it's my birthday, so.
I can't believe you are at work on your birthday, so.
I know. It kind of hit me this weekend.
Cheer you up somehow, and we got you a cupcake.
Let's go.
And it's your favorite color on the candle.
Perfect.
Here
we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Collin.
I'll blow it out.
Happy birthday.
IHL, let's go.
What was your wish?
My wish was just to have a great day, honestly.
Yes, well, you have your birthday to celebrate, but also a very exciting promotion. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Becoming a sales director, it's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and obviously a lot of hard work goes into it, and it's just very exciting to have a different role that I can take on, and more so it's not about me, it's helping others be successful, which I feel like I've always wanted to do. So it's nice to be able to still originate mortgages, like loans,
Yeah.
but also be able to help other people, just show them what I've been able to do, how to be successful.
And does that bring you any fulfillment to see people that you've coached grow along the way?
Yeah, absolutely. To see new people come on, teach them our process, and show them, what to say, how to say it, from start to finish. It's nice when they come up to me or you hear them say something that you taught them. It definitely gives you fulfillment.
Yeah, it's like a proud
keeps
dad
you going.
moment. I love that. Proud dad moment. How long have you been doing mortgages?
So I've been doing it for 5 years now because I started September of 2020.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
It feels like 10 years. But that story was kind of crazy because that was during COVID. So I used to work in the nightlife industry, like bar managing, and at one point in time, obviously, all the bars and restaurants closed down due to COVID. And, that was like the opportunity for me. I wanted to take the next step, do something different. Obviously, I don't want to go to bed at 4:30 in the morning. For me, it was like a 3-month training process, which was crazy. Like you're trying to pass a safe exam, right? So you got to study leading up to it. You got to pass the test. Then you do, call training and system training. So I kind of hit the phones the beginning of 2021, and for 3 months loans weren't closing. It was a crazy time, wasn't really making money, and I originated for about 3 months there. And that's when Nick Maffey, he reached out to me, saw my numbers, he's like, you got to come over. And it was kind of like a big jump for me. It was a big deal because I was unemployed for a very long time, and then when I had left, it was just a big jump because then you're starting a new pipeline.
Yeah.
When I interviewed with Nick, it was at our old office, old employer. It was at 7 p.m. Roll up. He comes to the door, gets me, and at that point, I'm walking in the office. There's 3 guys there, and we walk in, and it's me, Nick, and Jared Vogue, and just doing an interview. It went well, obviously, but it was a big move for me to take that leap of faith into things that I've never seen before. Little mortgage experience, but at the end of the day, if you just put your head down, you'll be successful in anything. So it really worked out, and it's exciting to look back and just still be working with the guys that I kind of started with.
It's like a brotherhood almost.
Absolutely.
And then you mentioned doing bartending previously during COVID. Do you think there's any connection between bartending and mortgages in any way?
I wouldn't really say so. I would say just speaking with people. I think that helps. I did life insurance for a very short period of time, and it's that's just showing up to someone's random house, not knowing them. It's uncomfortable, but in mortgages, you have to get uncomfortable to grow and be successful. So I think all those things play a part for sure, and I think everything happens for a reason. Came back when I was going to college, I didn't know what I wanted to do, so that's why I took that route. And I was going to go to ASU, do their business school, and I never wanted to be in a cubicle, right? And looking back, it's just funny how it all works out, because here it doesn't feel that way. Everyone's a family. We're all friends at the end of the day. The culture's amazing.
It's like a family.
100%. And we do fun things outside of work. So For me, it's like we're in this giant office, right? We get to come to work, help people, make money, and have fun doing it.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of fun things outside of work, you went to Champions Club this year, back in April, I think it was.
Yeah. What
How
a
was
trip.
that?
It was amazing. We went to St. Kitts and Nevis, which was like, I never heard about it at first. I was like, I got to look this up. And it's just such a tiny island. It's 2 mini islands. It's St. Kitts and then Nevis. We stayed at Nevis. And just to go out there, it was just so nice for a solid week. Go snorkeling, go on a boat.
Get some sunshine.
Just it was incredible. They're amazing trips. It takes a lot of hard work to qualify for those, but it's definitely worth it. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this next one and got to put some work in to get there. So
Aruba, though.
Aruba.
Not a bad thing to reach for.
I heard about the flamingos there, so we got to go see.
We have to. We'll put it in the itinerary.
Yep.
But do you think that Champions Club is kind of like the accumulation of the work hard, play hard motto that we have here?
100%. Yeah. I mean, like I like to work hard, but I also like to go out, go to dinners, maybe a little bit of nightlife here and there. But I think you have to celebrate your wins. Life is short. So when Eric wants to do something and get everyone together, it might be going to a restaurant, it might be renting out a movie theater. It's like those are the things that I think people like really enjoy, look forward to, and it keeps us going throughout the year. I feel like we always, every month or every 2 months, we got something going on. And in like the mortgage world, especially as like originator, you're working daily and that adds up. The weeks add up to like have a good month. It can be very stressful at times, but it's a very like rewarding career. And it's just great that he definitely is outgoing as well and likes to treat his guys. So.
But I mean, you guys work so hard.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's
so driven.
It's us putting in the work. But everything that Eric has said, and Bill as well, it's just like a lot of people ask me, isn't it crazy that we have over 200 employees doing all these things? But it kind of isn't a little bit, because we have great people that work here. We have systems in place for people to be successful. And if you work hard, only good things will come. We'll see where we go.
I feel like you are just summarizing what we do here so well. But you guys put in that work every single day. You're constantly grinding, constantly like on the phones, just dialed in. What kind of makes you always that motivated?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say for me, I love to work. I like to be the best at what I do. So I like to come into work, looking to learn something every day, because you can in this business. Most days are going to be different. You're speaking with different people every day, and there's just crazy challenges that come up, whether it's have a loan that's clear to close and you're trying to inform the borrower like the next steps and get them closed out. Especially towards the end of the month, it can be, stressful.
I've seen it, but I feel like you guys carry that stress really well. It never affects the team in any kind of way, at least from what I've seen. I think there's still that hustle and that urge to always do better, but even when you guys have stressful times, I feel like you guys are still happy to be here.
Yeah, for sure. I would say that each department knows what they're doing. Obviously, the bankers come in, they do what they need to do, but when it comes to processing, when it comes to like the closing department, we all have faith in each other. So really comes together at the end of the month.
Yeah.
And like looking back, when Phil sends out that email, what we were able to accomplish and break records, like it's very like fulfilling, that everyone did their job and we can come together, at the end of the month and celebrate. So
I love that. But you've been at IHL for about 2 years since the start. Is that right?
2 years exactly, I think. And
Oh
my start date, I think officially was September.
Should we relight the candle?
Let's do it again.
Do it again. Did you think that the success that you saw here was something that came kind of quickly?
I think for myself coming into it, I know a lot of people talk about this, but there really was 10 LOs to begin with, and like total, I think 16-ish. The energy that we started was just incredible. All of us were coming in the same mindset, the same goal. And it's just like special to do that. I've never been part of a company where you're all on the same page and like you're working towards the same thing. You see it down the road and it's just exciting.
That's why we want to have things like this, like Insight and Weekly Wins, so that you guys can look back at it in like 5 years and be like, wow, I really thought that I had reached like the peak of my career, but that was only the beginning.
Yeah, I feel like we're just getting started. So
exactly.
That's what keeps you kind of going, I think. Of course, we continue to like raise the bar here, but to see like new people come on and see them excited, like that gets me going. We have people coming on with no experience that are getting trained up by some of the best on some of these teams, and it's great to see them be successful. It just goes to show like we have a great model. You come in with the right mindset, you just can't lose.
Well, speaking of mindset, what would you say to people who think it's like harder to succeed in this industry because of the market?
I would say a lot of people get hung up on like external things. They see all these news, other factors like employment, the 10-year treasury yield. But at the end of the day, like when you sit down and you're ready to take a call, like you just have to be engaged. You're speaking to a live person where they got a cold call. So you really have to take that call, introduce yourself, and really like try to help them. Ask good questions, know your client. Because I think a lot of the people that struggle, they just don't dive deep. They're not asking good questions. They're not building good rapport. They're not building trust by branding themselves and why someone should give them the time of day. Because I know if someone called me, within 5 seconds, if you don't have something good to say, I'm probably going to hang up and just not answer it to begin with, right? So I think you really have to, when you do take a call and you want to be successful in mortgages, like as soon as you walk in the door, as soon as you take that call, you got to be ready to go. You can find certain needs, whether these clients are trying to eliminate debt or whatever it may be, and you can present like a solution and it's emotional for the client, like they're going to move forward with you. And you're going to find success there. You're only going to get better too. I think you're not going to come into this industry or, and just hit the ground running the first day. If you're going to be new, it's going to take a little bit of time. But you look at some of what these other guys are doing, whether they're 3 months in or a year, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And what happens when you stay that consistent?
I think it just adds up. When you're consistent daily, the wins pile up. And when someone looks and they're like, how'd you fund 4 million or 5 million or whatever it may be, right? It's what you did every day because that's sales.
Yeah. And it might seem boring, but if you just stick with it, you don't know where it could take you.
Yeah.
Outside of mortgages, what does life look like for you?
Yeah. So for me, I have a beautiful 10-year-old daughter. I love spending time with her. I like to, after work, go to the gym if I have the ability and just spend time with her, help her with her homework. That's how I kind of decompress from work. So that's kind of what it looks like, spending time with her and my girlfriend and just having fun on the weekends, just doing things.
What kind of things?
Obviously for my daughter, she loves to, when she was a little younger, go to like KTR. Now it's like Slick City, which is a really cool spot. Mavericks, just places like that.
I don't know what any of these places are. I have no idea what we're talking about.
We got to go.
What is KTR?
It's like an indoor kind of bounce house, like just play area for kids, like all ages.
I love that. Okay, well, you talked about going to the gym. How do you stay that consistent in the gym after like a crazy day of not only being a father, but a sales director?
I think like some days I'll hit it at 5 a.m. Those days I'll wake up, start my day, around 4:30, work out 5 to 6 when I can. And then the other days it's kind of hitting it in the evening. But for me, it's like you have to set your non-negotiables, right? I think if you're consistent, makes it easier. So just having a set schedule, it's something I've always loved to do, get my mind off of things. And so that's kind of just my hobby along with a few other things.
Yeah.
So
you need something outside of work. That's just you. But do you use the gym here?
No, I don't. It is really nice here. But I live right next door to a gym. So for me, it's just convenient. I like to go there.
Do you think it was IHL specifically that gave you the opportunity to succeed, or do you think you would have found that success anywhere?
It's really kind of like both. You have to be motivated yourself because like someone can't instill that in you. You're either motivated or not. You either want to show up, work, get things out of the way or not. So I think like a lot of people, you'll have that here. And IHL just kind of amplifies that. So they make it easy. We have a great process. Things are only getting better, right? We have new lead selections coming in. They're getting better. We have new systems coming out. So IHL, I would say, definitely streamlines kind of that, so it kind of just all goes together.
Yeah, so a combination of like intrinsic motivation and then a great company that just wants to support you.
Absolutely, and the leadership here, it goes a long way.
I love that. Okay. Do you have like any steps that you take to separate between your work life and your personal life?
Not really. I mean, I'm really good about, even like when I'm at home, I'll have emails come through on my phone and I just knock them out real easy. So that when I start my day, most of them are just already knocked out. So I like to be efficient. For me, it's if my guys need anything or even my clients, if it's 6 p.m., I'll take the call. Like for me, it's just, that's my job. So if I'm their banker, like I want to make sure I'm always available for them. And you're dealing with their biggest assets. So it's not a big deal for me. I feel like I turn it off pretty easily, enjoy my weekends. But my clients are always kind of texting me and it's easy.
Yeah. What was your favorite client story that you've had so far?
My favorite client story, I mean, there's a lot of them. I had like one client where we had to order like a total separate appraisal because they had a historic home. They had like a horse ranch as well. I went above and beyond, through a different company, got a separate appraisal, and that came in $1 million higher, and I was able to help them out, which was great. A lot of investors turn them down as well. But then I have other clients where it's really meaningful, I feel like, when they're living paycheck to paycheck and they'll do anything, right, to get out of debt, just to improve their situation. So, I would say a lot of people right now with debt being at an all-time high, to help them clear out all their debt, get them debt-free, save money monthly, have money in the bank, that's fulfilling, especially for me, I feel like everyone else here. So there's a lot of those kind of stories out there.
No, I appreciate that. Did you ever get to see pictures of the horses or no?
Not pictures of the horses, but obviously a lot of clients over the years, whether they have 8 cars, they'll send me a picture of each car they have. And like everyone has their own little story. And you come into like some crazy situations sometimes too, where like a house might be subject to and they have to get crazy repairs. But I would say, just everyone's situation's a little different.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to ask questions.
And do you think like asking questions and being more like open and actually caring about the client kind of contributes to your success as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they can feel that through the phone. So when you're asking good questions, they kind of open up a little bit and tell you like what they kind of need. That helps you structure a loan to where they feel like they're being taken care of, and then you're helping them as well. So it's kind of a win-win situation. Yeah,
mutually beneficial.
Absolutely.
I love it. So it's kind of transactional, but you're helping them with like their biggest asset. So I love that. Okay, what's your vision for where you want to take your career in the next 5 or 10 years?
Yeah, so 5-10 years out.
That's a big ask.
Time,
it's a big ask.
I try to like live in the moment, be present, see what I can do to help my guys that I currently manage. And I think 5-10 years out, that's a long time. A lot can happen. But, as of right now, I want to grow my team, hire people, train them. And I do think that like this is my career. I feel like I'm great at it, great with people. So I think sky's the limit. I just want to continue helping clients, continue helping, the guys that I'm close with, and we'll see what happens. 10 years, we'll see.
It's hard to say. I think it's good that you're keeping your options open.
Yeah.
So you can kind of just let what happens happen. But for IHL, do you have any predictions?
I wouldn't be surprised if we have over 500 employees, 5 years from now. I think everything Eric Katz has said has come true, and he's a great leader. You look at some of our top leadership guys, 15 plus years of experience. So it is very exciting. I don't think there's any limit to what we can do.
Sky's the limit, like you said.
So.
Well, is there anything else that you want to add today or tell us?
I just want to say thank you to you guys. You guys were great. So it's exciting to be on here.
Thank you for coming back on a real set.
Absolutely.
No more interrogation style.
Look back at this a couple years from now. So.
Yes. Or who knows, maybe 6 months. We'll see.
We'll be back soon.
We'll see. Okay.
Another birthday candle.
Well, thank you, and happy birthday.
Thank you.